No other creatures are threatened other than human beings by Allah Almighty, the Creator. We're the only ones that have been threatened. We're the only ones that Allah sends warners to us. We're the only ones. Allah warns us over and over and over again until it's clear to us. Then we can make a decision. And you know, the decision is judgment. We judge ourselves. Judgment is when we make a decision to either rebel against Allah Almighty or to accept guidance that Allah Almighty sends through His servants. Allah said, if you're angels, I'll send angels to you. Because you're human beings, that's who I send to you. And all throughout history, Allah Almighty never punished the people until those whom Allah Almighty sent among them were fed up. And even then, Allah didn't like it. When Moses was in a situation where his cousin accused him of adultery, he asked the people that believed Moses, that believed in him, to come on this side. Those who believed his cousin, go on that side. Then he said to Allah, he says, oh Allah, punish him. Allah said, you punish him. And he asked, and he commanded the earth. He commanded the earth. This is someone that had the power to command the universe, to command the elements. So Allah has made us responsible. When we reach to that level, Allah says, you punish him. And when he punished them, started to punish him, and that earth started to suck him up, he begged Musa 70 times for forgiveness. And Musa never forgave him. And Allah said to Musa, he said, your cousin begged you 70 times for forgiveness. If he would have asked me one time, I would have forgiven him. He threatened Musa. He said, if you ever do that again, I will remove your name from the scrolls of prophethood. That's why Allah Almighty is most gracious, most merciful. We don't affect Allah. Because Allah knows that in time, we'll be taken out. If we live to be 950 years old, what is that in comparison to eternity? From Allah you come and Allah you shall return. Allah just wait. It is us whom Allah Almighty send among us. And that's why the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was so merciful. When he was stoned in one of the prophecies, the angel Gabriel came to him and said, I will destroy them for you. He said, maybe they are believers from their offspring. He was wise enough not to take that challenge. He said, no, Allah Almighty put it on me, yes. The Prophet, peace upon him, could have destroyed that whole area. All Angel Gabriel had to do was just look or blow or whatever. And he said, no. He knew the history of all those who had gone before him. But all of them had taken their lives from his light. So if they had taken their lives from his light, that means he had the biggest light. He had to show the most mercy. That's why he was Rahmatul Alameen. And that's why those so-called Muslims are to blame for anything that's happening in the world. I mean the Muslims. I'm not saying if your name is Islamic or you have taken a shahada. No, I'm talking about those who submit their will totally to Allah Almighty. They eat, sleep, and drink their Lord. They see the shadows of deception of this world. They're not enticed or interested in this world, even though they know they're in this world, but they're not of this world. They don't care about this world. They only care about their Lord. So they're servants of the people. And they show mercy. They bring mercy to them. They are a mercy to the people. They take the decadence off the people's hearts. They're like garbage people. They clean the people. They sacrifice themselves for the people, for the sake of their Lord. They are rare. Because most of us are rubbish. Most of us don't care about anything or anybody. We only care about our own little possessions that are nothing. That's why Allah loves them and they love Allah. That's why they have control. They have a spiritual authority. But Allah is sending them, that's a sign. One of them is a sign for the many of us, for all of us. If Allah sends one, that's a sign from Allah Almighty that He's going to bring about His will on earth as it is in heaven. Because there was a time Allah was not sending anyone. After Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus Christ, for 600 years, Allah was not sending anyone. They were in such darkness. They were so crazy. So why? That was an offshoot, and that's why when the people of the prophet, peace be upon him, when he came to them, that's why they would burn their daughters. They were taking that from their ancestors. They were in darkness. That was a continuum of Shaitan's kingdom. And Allah Almighty established them, the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Sahabas in strength and power in the land. And then they had the Moors. They were established in strength and power in the land. Then they had the Ottomans. But what has happened? Shaitan has won against their offspring. Now here we are. Allah Almighty raising us up once again to be a balance. And we should stand proud to be those who've been called to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth. But we sit idly. Like we don't have a clue. We want to read some books. Somebody to give us some beautiful preachings. So we can go back out there and live like Shaitan wants us to live. We have become rubbish people. Everyone is looking to us. Islam is not respected anywhere because there are no Muslims to represent Islam. Islam is the heavenly religion. You can't love the dunya and love Islam. You can't love this world and love Allah. Only one master. His creation or the creator. And we should choose the creator. ومن الله توفيق الفاتحة. بسم الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين محمد النبي وأهله وصحبه وأمه وأهله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Alhamdulillah bil alameen. It's not a lecture. This is a conversation with our souls. We're lucky if our consciousness is asking to be Muslim. This is a verb. This is not a noun.